Okay, guys, a couple of people have asked me to make a video for the worksheets. So I'm just going to do a couple from each section. So first, I'm going to start with the rewriting rational exponents. So before I start, I want to make sure that you know the rule. So we have b, the square root of x to the a power, equals x to the a over b, okay? Another way that this can be written is like this. So the second example just has the parentheses around and the a is on the outside, okay? So on number 1, on the rewriting rational exponents, the example is, or the problem is the root of 5, 3m, and all of that is squared. All right, so here we are going from this radical to exponential, okay? So it will be 3m, and then all of that is over to the 2/5 power, okay? If I wanted to separate that, I could say 3, 2 over 5, and m, 2 over 5. So what you can do here to help you is you can write out, well, my x equaled 3m. My a equals 2. My b equals 5. Take this information and put it into this form. Okay? All of number 1 through 10 and 16 through 20 do that. Another one I want to look at is number 16. So number 16 is this problem right here, okay? Well, let's go ahead and write that our x is equal to m, our a is equal to 3, and our b. Do we have a number? Like, do we have a root? No, but we know that this is the universal square root, so we know that b has to be 2. So this answer would be m 3 over 2. Okay. All right. I want to do number, let's see. Number 12. So number 12 is 2n 8 over 5. So now we're going from this exponential to this radical. Okay, so let's start by writing that x equals 2n, a equals 8, and b equals 5. So now we take our information and we can write this as 5 square root of 2n to the 8th. Okay. All right. On the next page, the next choice or the next worksheet, it's more properties of exponents, and all you're doing is simplifying. So this is where you have to know your rules. So I'm going to do a couple of these. So I'm going to do number 1 and I'm going to do number 6. So on number 1, the problem is x to the negative 2 power, x to the negative 3 power, all to the 4th power. So first, what we can do, I like to do the power rule first. So the power rule is when you multiply your exponents. So I have an x to the negative 8th, and I have an x to the negative 12th. All right, now I want to use the multiplication rule. So the multiplication rule is when my bases are the same, I'm able to add my exponents. So if I add my exponents, I get x to the negative 20. But remember, I cannot have a negative exponent. So right now it's on the top, so I need to move it on the bottom and make it positive. Okay? Oops. Number 16. So we have 2y cubed times 3xy to the third all over 3x squared and y4. All right, so what I want to do first is I want to combine the top. So first, I'm going to say 2 times 3. I have an x, and I have a y3 and a y3. All right, so 2 times 3 is 6. We bring down our x, and we have a y3 and a y3. All right, so that means we have to use the multiplication rule. So we must add our exponents. So we have a 6xy to the 6. Now, if we bring down our bottom, our denominator, we are left with this, and all we have to do is the division rule. So first, we're going to say the 6 divided by 3, and we're going to be left with 2. We have an x to the 1 and an x2, so 1 minus 2 is an x negative 1. And we have y to the second, 6 minus 4. But we cannot have a negative, so we must move that negative to the bottom. So we leave 2y squared on top, and we put x on the bottom. Okay? So just on this sheet, just use your rules. And on the first sheet, just use that rule that I wrote at the very beginning. Hope this helps.